This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, in the last session, we have created a Java application. Let us try to create today some Python application as well. Clear the screen, right? Hope everybody able to hear my voice. Okay, so today go to my repository. Okay, hope everybody able to hear my voice. Okay, so here we have Python application. Okay, click on the Python Flask app. So don't need to worry about what is Python and these things, how it looks like, but how we can Dockerize a Python application, that is the more important. So this is a application app.py is a application. Actually, in real time they will have more files, but this is a simple example app.py, and this is the text which we want to display on our screen whenever I access here. So whenever I access here, so what is the port number? Here, the Python in the application they will expose the port number 5000. So we have to connect it to port number 5000. Only then we can see the output. Swaraj, are you able to hear my voice? Just can you once confirm?
Yes, sir. Able to hear you.
Okay, okay, thank you. So these are text. You can change anything just for the sake of showing the example. I have did some changes here. So this is a port number, and I can connect to a Python application. So how to containerize the Python application? The steps are mentioned here, but our Python application depends on some dependencies. Like if you see our Docker application, as I told you yesterday in our previous session, every application they have their own dependencies. Java have its dependencies on all its dependencies. It will mention in pom.xml file. Similarly, Python mentions its dependencies in requirements.txt file, and .NET, Angular, React. These all mention their requirements in dependencies in packages.json file. So like that, if you see here, we have a requirements.txt file for Python. If you click on it, so you will see some name. It's a software name called Flask. Flask is a software. So Python requires Flask to be installed. It has to be installed before the code executes, before the application works. It should install Flask. So Flask must be installed, and after that our application, whatever message we are seeing here, that message we can see. So the same thing we have to inform in the Docker file. In the Docker file we have to mention the same thing, like no, go to Docker, the Docker file. Here I am saying I want Python version 3.6. This is the version I want to take, create. So here I am saying copy star dot copy dot space slash app. That means what? So copy dot means everything. What are files are there here? You see all these four files. Everything will be copied into our, in the container we will have app folder. So copy command does what? Dot means everything, copy everything inside our app folder. Where is app folder? It is inside our container. So once everything is copied, next step, I'm making our app directory as work dir slash app. That means like no cd, something like, after doing it we are doing something like cd, okay, app. Then you press enter, you will be inside the app folder, right? Then here you will write your commands, right? Similar way here I'm saying work dir app. When I say I will be inside our app folder, now yeah, I'm inside app folder. Now in the app folder I have the requirements file, right? So in Python there is a command called pip. Pip install hyphen r requirements. This is a command. Don't worry about this. This will command will be given by the developers. They will give the command. Then that command if you run, so this pip will do what? It will read the requirements.txt file. In that we saw just now there is a software called Flask. So it will install the Flask application. It will install the Flask application. So where it will be installed by default? We are in the work directory app folder, right? In the app folder, Flask related files will be installed. For to run this, we have to use a Docker command called run. When you say run, then this command will be executed inside your container. Inside your container, this command will be executed. And then we have entry point. We have the entry point like command cmd, like we have entry point. So after this is installed, now I told you, right, how to start a command, how to run this application. Then this is a command. Normally we do like this. Application name is app.py, right? Simply we'll run this command like here in the command prompt. We should say python app.py. When I don't have container or dockers, simply I have to run python app.py. This is a command I have to give. The same command I want to give inside of my container. Then how I can give? Then you have to use entry point. Entry point, and the first command in double quotation, comma. Second command, that's parameter application name itself. So this way we have to use entry point. So install Python and copy all the Python files which are given by the developers into our containers app folder, and then make the container app folder as a current directory, present working directory, and run inside the container pip install this command. And then requirements having some dependency softwares, those all will be installed. As of now we have only one. Then run the command python. So then python will be executed. And so what the port number it's exposing? 5000. So we have to connect to the python, sorry, we have to connect to the port number 5000, right? We yesterday we studied, right, how to connect to port number, port forwarding. This is a port forwarding. So this is a command we have to use. So here we have to use 5000, like that. So let us try this. So let us clone this application. You know how to clone, right? So clone this. So this is a clone command, and go to our command prompt, enter. Oh, I'm sorry. Now here by default git will not be there. So install git, right? So it's not a Java application. Maven is not required. So git clone, we have already copied, right? Paste here. Right click and paste. See, our application has been downloaded. Get inside our Python folder. See, all files are there, right? Dockerfile, everything is there. All 4 files are there. Now I have to create a image. I have to create an image using my Dockerfile, right? Now if you see the Dockerfile, these are the contents we just now saw, right? The same content, right? Now do you have any images already? Docker images. No images as of now. No images are there. So Dockerfile. Why we write Dockerfile? Using this Dockerfile, we can create image, right? Now how can I create image? Here we have build command. Do you remember where the build command? You have not built till now anything. Previously we built, right? This is a command. Docker build, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Whatever name you want to give, you have to give. And this dot mentions you the Dockerfile name, right? Docker build -t and the image name, whatever name you want to give, you can give. For example, Docker, right? Build -t. I will say Python app, something. Give some name, okay? Then where is your Docker file existing? Here is your Docker in the same folder it is existing, right? So I should say dot, right, and press enter. Now it is creating the content image. Now it is creating the new image now. So in that you mentioned 3.6 version. So Python 3.6 version is downloaded from hub, from the Docker hub. It is downloaded. And then copied, all the files are copied, and working directory also correct. We have moved to present working directory to app folder, and the run command is executed, and the required softwares are pulled. Okay, these are pulled now. Then now run the same command, docker images. Now you see Python app, the image is created, new latest image has been created, right? Any questions till now? Then what we did on the day image, we have built the then we executed the image, right? Same way we have to use how to run a image. When you say docker run, a container will be created. In that container our image will be, python image will be deployed inside the container, it will be executed inside the container. And what is the port forwarding you want to use? I want to use 5000, right? As you just now saw. So when you say cat docker, what port number you are exposing? 5000 we are exposing. So we have to use port number 5000 and hyphen d. That means I want to execute my application at the same time it should be running in the backend. I don't want to attach with the attach with the my application. I want to uh, detach from the container. Then the container should be running in the backend, right? Then what I have to do? The same command docker, right? Run run. Then what is the port forwarding? Port forwarding is 5000. You can give same 5000 as a, this is a, this is a host 5000 host port number which we use in the in our browser, and this is the 5000 which is given to our container, okay, to our application which is running in the container. Connected to it we have to use this 5000, and this is the 5000 we use on our, this is a host port, that means we are using it in our browser. So there, and you have to detach. So what is the image name? Just now we created image, right? Python hyphen app. This image name we have to give Python app. That's it. Press enter. Spelling mistake? Oh, why port? I should use only P, right? I should use only P. Enter. Now it is running. Let us see. PS Docker PS. Docker PS. So Docker PS, when I say, the Docker client will inform our Docker daemon to display all the running containers. So this running started showing 10 seconds ago. 10 seconds ago. So then, how can I use it? Go to our instance. In this same docker, for in this same server I am running my python application. Go to security. First of all, enable port number 5000, right? We don't have that. Add, edit inbound rules, add 5000. Custom tcp, add 5000 here. What happened? I'm not readable. Yeah, 5000 anywhere. Then save it. Now what is the public ip of your docker instance? Select it. Here you have to type a port number 5000. This 5000 is nothing but this one, this 5000. Okay, now enter. Now you see Python Flask Dockerized application. The same text, right? The same text we have entered here. When you see app.py, Python Flask Dockerized application, the same content. If you change it and if you create another one, we practice it. You change this content and try to try again with a different content. Don't use the same content, try different content. So your Python application is running now. Okay. Similarly, let us by till now, do you have any questions, please? Till now, do you have any questions, please? So same thing, we did the same thing yesterday in our previous session. The same I'm doing with Python application. No changes. There are no changes. Now let us do with another application. Maybe this time you will be more clear. Let us install another application like React application. So go to our okay. So what's that?
Yeah,
Shipping.
Madan, if you go and attach mode, then what will be the issue?
Sorry, Naveen, what you said?
If you go in attach mode, like when you are running in file, right, docker run hyphen dy, right, it is in that attached mode. If you go in attach mode,
Uh-huh.
then what will be, right?
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. The prompt will come. If you the prompt also not, it will not come. So you want to prompt, then no, you have to say the bash name. You have to say the bash name like Ubuntu. In that we say slash bin
Yeah, been back
slash
in
bash, right?
exactly.
If you do, yeah, if you don't do that, if you don't do that, it will not, you will not allow to exit from that. You are inside the container, but since you have not mentioned any bash, then you will hang over there. You have to kill it, and that will give some difficulty. You have to kill the container to exit from it. So that is the reason I
Yeah.
want to detach from it. If I want to interact with the containers bash prompt, then I have to give proper bash, bin bash or any other bash. Then I have to mention it before. If you don't want to detach, if you want to attach, then definitely you have to give the prompt bash, which bash you want to use. Okay, Naveen?
Yeah.
Right. So we will see that example as well. One moment. Then uh, Python Flask is there. Okay, fine. Now cd dot dot clear the screen ls. Now we have downloaded Python Flask and it is running in the container. Now let us download one more React application. Here is a React application. Click on it. So this is some React application, and this is a packages.json file. You see, this contains all the dependencies. Click on it. So we don't need to worry. This will be given by the developers itself. So these are the dependencies. So they want React version 18, right? React DOM, React scripts, web vitals. These are different versions are mentioned here. And for testing, these versions are required. These are the dependencies. You see, under dependencies, all are mentioned. So these all should be downloaded before our application is executed. Okay, package.json file. So even for Angular also it will be similar. And if you go to source file, so in the source file you change this content text. For example, in the source file there is a file called app.js. Go to app.js, for example. Here I have given some simple example React.js application running in a container. You can change it, whatever text you want to do, you can change it. Okay, and then what else? Perfect. So this application, this is our content I want to see, right? Then how we have to write Docker file? This is a Docker file. See, for running the React application or Angular application, we require a software called Node. We require a software called Node. So Node has to be downloaded as a base image. Node has to be downloaded as a base image. Now what I'm doing, I am creating I am making my current working directory as app folder. In that I'm copying what? I'm not copying everything. You see, previously in Python I copied everything, but before copying everything, what I'm doing, you see carefully, I'm just copying packages. So we have two files here. Two files need to be copied. Packages star, I'm saying it. Package star means, so a shortcut of copying these two files. So package after package star means these two files, whatever after package e, whatever files matching with the extension .json, these two are matching, right? These two files should be moved to my app folder. Those two will be only those two I am moving now. Only two of them. And then what I'm doing, like Python, in Python I have installed pip command to install the dependencies, right? In the requirement text file there are some dependent Flask is a dependency file. Now in the Python we just now saw the dependencies, right? Those all has to be installed. For that I have to run a command called npm install. If you are not using Docker, then if you are only dealing with React, then this is a command they will use. The developers will use this command, npm install command they will use. Npm install. So npm install will do what? It will read the package.json file, all the requirements, and it will install all the dependency softwares. After that, what I'm doing? Copy star dot dot dot. That means copy dot means whatever present in the current folder is in the source folder. Everything I want to copy into the app folder. That is the current folder is app folder. Everything is copied now. Now when next command is npm start. Next command is npm start. Like npm install, we have npm start. But how I'm doing it? CMD, you can use entry point also, right? You can use entry point as well as command also. No, both are fine. Here I'm using npm and start. Now this command will be, now this application will start our React application. First you have to install, copy, and we have to install, and then we have to copy the source files, and then you have to start the application. Before that I'm exposing port number 3000. Your React application expose always runs on port number 3000. Remember, your Python runs on 5000, this runs on 3000. So don't worry, these things normally given by the developers, and which command to be executed, these are all given by the developers only, not by you, because we are not developers. They will give us, but why we are learning, then better to understand. If you understand it better, Tomorrow if they the developers also not strong in creating the Docker files, not also they also don't know about Docker. They know only React applications, how to build React applications. They are also new. If they are new, they may do some mistakes. At the time, your knowledge will help to correct the Docker files. You can talk to them, right? I'm not able to prepare the image. You are given this image, this file, can you verify once? I'm feeling that this line should be here. You can advise like that. Anyway, that is about it. Now let us clone this application. React, click on the React tab, copy this. Now same git clone. Yeah, it is already copied. Enter. Ls. Now React is there. Go to React application. Ls. Now let us build the image with the Docker file, right? So Docker build. You have to practice multiple times so that you will remember the commands. In the interview, they will sometimes ask very silly questions. Tell me the syntax of building a image. You should be telling it like very simply. You should tell it. You should not try to recollect over there. The image name, okay? The image name, you can give any name. React app, okay? Where is your Docker file? See, remember, if your Docker file, see, always suppose, assume, copy, new. See, I have copied new file. See, new doc file. For example, I will see the content of it. Content of new doc file. Okay, the same content. The same content. But it is not mandatory that always your file should be Docker file only. But this is a way industry follows. Industry follows the same naming convention. But if you want, you can give a new name. No problem. No problem in that. But if I want to tell to Docker always, your Docker engine always assumes that this is a file name. But if you want to give other name, then how to give it? Docker build -t React app. I want to give a new name, that is new file. This is a new file. Then I have to give -f, -f, and your new Docker file name, new doc file, and where it is in the current directory only. So give a dot. But if you are using by default Docker file only, then no need to give all this. You can simply say Docker. This is enough. But if you want to give a specific name, then okay, you can give it. No problem at all. Right? If you if you want to give a new Docker file name, then use this something example. Actually, it showed me here, right? Here I have to keep it. Fine. Now let us press enter. Now you see there are it is building now. It is pulling the latest Node.js node software. So even though I have given new name, new doc name, file name, it is pulling from it. It understands that okay, this is a file. It has to read. It is load build definition from new doc file. You see, you're reading it. Now copying has been done. Now installing. See, installing taking time. You see, because there are many softwares to be installed. See, it's saying some warning, so it is depreciated. So some softwares which are mentioned in the package file are old versions. It seems it is saying depreciated. So no worries. Developers will take care of all of these things. But these are warnings, so no issues. Errors should not come. If errors are there, then we get a red color line. Now copying also done. Right, it is done now. Okay, now let us see Docker images. Docker images. See, our React image is ready. Okay, let us run it. How to run? Docker run, right? So what is the port number to expose? 3000, right? So port forwarding is 3000. 3000 is the port number, and then I want to detach from it. React app. Now press enter. Now Docker. So let us see what are the running instances. Containers. This is a container just up 2 seconds ago. So right, app is running now. Now how to access it? Very simple, right? Same thing what we did. Go to our security group. This time I have to add one more port number, that is 3000. Add new port number. Here you have to run 3000, right? Anywhere. Now save it. Now the same, the here port of here is your Python is running one in one container. Python. What happened? It has stopped it or what? Enter. Okay, it is now it is running. Okay. Why, what happened to be? Now another one is 3000. Here is our React application is running. Enter 3000. See, React JS application running in a container. So that means we have two containers running here. So that means what we understood. So when we running when we are learning cloud, in that we have done we have learned about these Docker containers, if you remember. So we have two containers now. In this Python is running, in this your React is running. All these applications sharing our Linux, virtual Linux, which is inside your Docker engine. And you can also install our Java application here. Like that you can create multiple containers. In that you can install various applications. Any questions here? Right. So previously it was different, right? Previously we have taken complete virtual machine itself. Now in the same virtual machine, what I did, I installed my OS, guest OS, Amazon Linux. In that I installed Docker, right? In that I'm creating containers like this. I'm not using complete virtual machine to deploy one application. So a lot of savings here. No guest in the same guest OS I'm using the containers now. Now it is fine. Up to here it is fine, no problem. But thing is, two applications running. Next thing is, okay, you try another container also, which we did on Thursday, on Friday. Now we have the images. Nice. Now if something happens, if I close this if I close my system, if I delete terminate this instance, if I terminate my instance, what happens? My images, all my images will be gone. All these images are which are there here are gone, right? Right? Yes, these will be deleted. So how can I save them? How can I save these images so that tomorrow you're practicing, or you're in real time also, not only practicing time but real time also. If something happened to the system what they are using, it crashed, then all images will be gone, right? So for that reason, what we have to do is we have to move these images to our Docker Hub. One please. Just a minute please. Okay. So anyway, so this image I have to move. Then what I have to do? I have to move them, as we discussed in our current, when the starting day itself we discussed about Docker Hub, right? Docker Hub, we can move it to Docker Hub. Go to Docker Hub. See, in a Docker Hub, if you see carefully, we have sign in and sign up. So first time if you are doing it, then click on sign up. If you already have a GitHub, then use GitHub. Continue with GitHub. When you click on GitHub, see, I have already my account. I have already logged in. Let me sign out. So sign up, click on continue with GitHub. Oh my god, it's saving cookies. That's the reason it's not allowing me to sign out. Okay, no problem. uh, Open in a new private window. Let's try here. It will not ask you here, cookies not saved. So sign up. So it will ask your username or email address, right? Sign into GitHub to continue with Docker. Okay, so here you have to give your GitHub entries, your GitHub username and password. Sign into GitHub. If you have GitHub account, you can give it. Okay, I believe you have already, because you might have worked by now GitHub, right? Use that. Okay, then once you signed in, then you can sign in. Next time when you sign in, so next time when you sign in, it will ask your GitHub username. When I signed out, and whenever I sign in now, it will anyway, it won't ask me. So it will ask you, is this email ID? Yes, this is the email ID for my GitHub. Sign in. Actually, yeah, it's asking sign in. So you have to give your GitHub password. You have to give your GitHub password, right? Okay, do it now. Here repositories, no, there are no repositories. So like in the repositories, if you remember, in GitHub we have it's centralized repository, right? GitHub is a centralized repository. What we store different projects, right? We store different projects. What projects we store? All the, it contains all the source code and everything, right? Of source code, everything, all the text files. But your repository, it won't store your normal files like this. For this purpose, you have to use GitHub. For Docker Hub, you have to store only images what you have created. These are the images. These two are the images. These images I want to save in my GitHub repository. So Docker Hub repository. See, that is GitHub. This is Docker Hub. Okay, name almost same. So how can move it? How can I move it? So then we have to use Docker. First of all, to move it, we have to do some minor changes. Actually, some minor changes I will tell you. One moment, please. Where I am? Just one, please. Here I am. Right? Yes. Then clear the screen. Doc. Let me just come out of this folder. Screen images. Right. These images. So go to your right. How to see? I'm not copying the uh, contents, because you have to clone it from my GitHub account. You can clone it. You can use it. You can push it in your own GitHub if you want. You can push it in your own account. You clone it from here. Okay, copy. Be familiarized with these commands. Okay, that way you will get some confidence. Okay, I'm not here. It is available. I'm not giving in the notes. Okay, running notes, I'm not keeping it. You get it from there. And next is how to push Docker images to Docker Hub account. For that, you have to run, first of all, you have to run a command, something like Docker. Here you have to say Docker login. When you say Docker login, it will ask username. So you say login with your Docker ID or email address to push and pull images from Docker Hub. If you don't have Docker ID, you need to create one. Right? Username. I know the username. What is the username? When you logged in, you will see your username here. This is the username. You click here. This is the username. At the rate gmail.com will be there. That if you remove, that becomes your email the username. Okay, so here you have to give, first of all, you have to say login to the Docker Hub account. How you have to say? Command is something like $docker login. When you step here, you have to provide your username. Provide your username, right? And then what? Next what? Tag. tag docker image. Why? What is it? What is tag docker image? I will tell you. See, when you, first of all, let me log in. How to log in? Madan DevOps 2024, enter password. I know the password, the same password which you are giving over there. You see, login succeeded. Okay, login is succeeded. Now you are, everything is ready. Now what is the command you have to use to push the push? First of all, to push the images, your images are in this form. In this form are not allowed. In this format, it is not allowed. In this form, it is not allowed. So what is the format allowed? Your Docker user name, okay, slash image name. This is the format it allows to push. If it is not in this format, it will not push. Example, for example, we have React image, right? For that, I should say I have to create a new. I have to rename it Madan DevOps 2024 slash React app, or any name you can give. So something like this is the name I have to give. If I simply say how to push image, first of all, what is tag? I will explain again. How to push images to Docker? Docker push, and the image name. But this image name, if you say something like no, if I say now Docker push, if I say Docker push, and then image name is React app, which I already have. You see, which I already have. If I do that, if I say Docker push React app, what it's saying? Oh, it has pushed it. Okay, denied. Yeah. Right. You see, denied. Requested access to the resources denied. Why it is denied? Because now Docker push is saying that what is the username? Username you have to provide. Just normally, if you push it like this, it will not take it. You have to rename it. You have to rename that. So Docker tag, for that we have to use tag. So how to use tag? We should say Docker tag is a keyword. Tag is a keyword. If you are in doubt how to use tag, then you say Docker tag. See, Docker these are all related to images, right? If you say help here, you'll get all help commands. See, one of them is tag. You see, tag is here. Tag. Create a tag target image that refers to source image. So if you want more information about tag, then you can use something like image or not image. You can directly say tag help. Now you say tag help, then it will give more information about it. You will Docker image tag, Docker tag. It will give more information about it. Okay, but anyway, here what I have to say tag. What is the image name? What is the image name? Which image you want to rename? I want to rename Docker images. I want to rename my tag React app, right? So Docker tag. What is the image name? React app. This I want to rename with what name? This name, for example. This is the name. Okay, this is username. This is username. Paste. When press enter, now when I say Docker images, you see a new image is created, right? It is renamed. Actually, this image is renamed with this name. You see the image ID both are same, size everything is same, right? Both are same, just we have renamed it. Similarly, copy this example tag source name new name example, you can use like this. Okay, try this. Similarly, I have another image, another one I have to rename, that is Python app, right? I can give Python app. Which image? Python image. Python image I want to rename. Enter. Now Docker images. Right. Both are renamed. Now I can push it. How to push? Docker push image name. Okay. This will not work. You have to give this name. So let's see. Docker push Let me copy this. Already I think it's copied. Right. Enter. Now you see it is pushing. So all this data will be pushed to our Docker Hub, so that tomorrow, if anything goes wrong, no problem. If anything goes wrong, no problem. Everything will be available in the Docker. So there is, after this, I have another concept called volumes, but it will take more time. I cannot complete it. Let's see if time permits. I will complete it. Let's see. In coming days, I will inform you by this week. In this week, I will inform you whether this weekend I will take class or not. I will plan for this weekend. I will inform you. Okay, not confirmed yet. I will inform you. So these are the different layers, overlays we call. These are the images actually. So all are pushed now. Now you see Docker image has been pushed. Now let us check that. Now just refresh this page. You see our React application has been pushed here. Just 1 minute ago. Okay. This way we can push. The other one you try. The other one you try. Now clear the screen. Docker images. Now React we have moved. Now for example, if I remove this image, how can I remove? Docker rm rmi Docker remove image rmi remove a image. What is the command? Docker rmi and image name. Okay. So if you are in confusion, always you can take help. Here we have the commands. Rm remove one or more images. Okay. Now clear the screen. Docker images. Docker remove image. What is image name? Madan DevOps 24/React app. This image I am deleting. Untagged. Remove now Docker images. It is removed now. I cannot remove React tab. Why? Why? Because it is running in the container. Docker ps-a. So your image is running here. This image is running here. I cannot remove it. If I say if I say remove image, let's see what it says. Error response from daemon, conflict unable to remove. Okay, React app must force if you have to force because it is running. Suppose you want to remove it. Okay, I want to delete it. I told you already what I have to do. Docker kill and what is the image name, container id. And before I kill it, let me see what this container have. Logs. Okay, logs. And let me see what React logs are there. Enter. You see inside log what it's mentioned. Inside logs you see started React script start. Okay, these are all starting the development server, compiled successfully. You can now view my app in my browser. So this all React people understand. Webpack compiled successfully, compiling compiled successfully, webpack compiled successfully. These are all the commands executed. Similarly, we have docker hub, sorry, docker logs. For example, if I want to see my python also, for example, python also have this is a container id, right? Paste, enter what. So you see all these logs inside your python. If anything goes wrong, we can send this data to developers. If we say something like it's not running, then they will ask provide us the logs. Then we can run this and you can copy and paste it in a text file and you can send them. Serving flask app, lazy loading, environment protection warning, this is a development server, do not use it. Okay, like that. So these are various things. So whatever in the, from the browser we are doing, so we have browser. When you say, when you given some request, the request has been sent to this application and this response sent, get is the message sending the request. So all the requests it received. Okay, at what time it is received, everything. These are the logs. These logs they will ask developers, normally they will ask these logs, remember, very important. Okay, clear the screen, clear the screen. ls docker ps-a. Now docker kill, I want to kill React app, for example. Copy this, paste here. Now it is killed. Now docker images. Now I can delete the image. Now docker remove image, React app React app. Still it will take some time, it will take some time. Anyway, that will be deleted. Now question is that, my question is now, this is a new window. Assume I want to pull, in the docker is there, I want to pull my image from my docker hub. This is my docker hub. How can I pull it? Click on it. It will give a command. It will show you wait, it's not showing. One minute please. React app, it's okay. Now what do you do? Docker, I want to pull the image. What is the image name? This is the image name. This is my image name. Repositories, this is the image I want to pull. Okay, copy this, right click and paste. Copy, paste. Now you see it is pulling. Now downloaded, new has been downloaded. Now previously here my DevOps 2015 Python was there. Now when I say docker images, I should have my React also. You see it also downloaded, right? This way you can store your images onto the cloud, onto the docker hub, and you can use them whenever you want. You please practice this, how to push and pull from the repositories. Okay, you have to practice. Okay, now docker volume is there. It will easily take 20 minutes. So I will do one thing, I will end it today. Tomorrow we continue at same time. Any questions please? Okay, then we'll continue tomorrow at same time at 9:30. Take care, have a good day.